Alright, guys, I have always been an advocate of learning by doing. So it's now time for us to actually test our understanding of AutoCAD tools in practice and see how we can actually use these tools, AutoCAD tools, to be more precise, to solve real design problems. So here I have some selected drawings from Pickup and Packer Engineering Drawing Book Volume 1. This challenge is intended to actually test out our understanding of AutoCAD tools and concepts. So here we are just going to focus on this very one here, which have already been mentioned. So we are going to see how we can reproduce this design in no time using the AutoCAD tools we've learned so far. So without further ado, I'm just going to get started. So based on those the dimensions we have here, it's saying that this is actually a square. So 70 for the length and 70 for the width. And then we have a partition here which is 20. That means from here to here, from here to here is 20. So if this overall length is 70 and from here to here is 35, that is half of 70. So and we have from here to here being 15, so with 20, so what is left? We have 15 left, since here to here is 35. So from here to here is 20, making from here to here to become 15. That being said, let's draw a square using our rectangle. You can also decide to use a line, but in this instance, I think I want to use a rectangle for this. So I'll click on my rectangle tool, click and read the command line saying specify first corner point or chamfer elevation. These are different options. So I'm just going to trace this. I want it to be on the same perpendicular to this. Click here, and the option on the command line changes. The rectangle to specify other corner point or area dimensions, rotation. Now at this point I'm particular about the dimensions, so I can just click dimensions option, or I can just type D to invoke that very option. So I'll click here, and then it's asking me what should be the length, specify length of for rectangle. So I'm going to type 70, and the command line changes and says specify width for rectangle. This time I'm going to type 70. Then I press my enter key, and we have the shape, but it's not really well placed. So at this point I have to ensure that it is well placed. How do I do that? I have to left click the mouse. I'm using a touchpad, so if you're using a mouse, and it is strongly advised that you use a mouse to do your drafting to ease the workflow. So here now we can see I've been able to achieve that first part, which is drawing a square of 70 by 70. The next thing I'm going to do is, remember, from here to here is 35, half of 70, and from here to here is 15, meaning that from here to here is 20, which is shown here. Okay, so here the next thing I'm going to do is for me to click on a line. You can use the X line as your guideline, but just want to speed up things, fast track the process without having to delete a lot of lines. So I'll just click here in the middle, and then here the midpoint too. Now you might ask a question, how did I know that this is the midpoint? Okay, we have this guy here, which is called the snap cursor to the reference point. So this actually activate reference point and helps you to actually snap to key point to ensure that your drawing is stress-free. We have endpoint, that is endpoints. We have a midpoint, we have center. The one we actually just use right now is a midpoint. So if I were to deactivate this guy here and click out and come here trying to draw this other line from here, see, it's difficult for me to actually get the midpoint of this line because that guy is not activated. So for me to achieve that, I have to come here, click here, and then check this guy midpoint. And if I go back to my drawing, you see I've been able to identify or been able to see the midpoint with ease. So I can just click here and draw the line to find a quadrant. Okay, that being said, we've been able to establish the framework for our design. So what's the next thing? So we have to offset. This is the offset guide here. You can just click on offset, and when you click on offset, always read the command line. Always read the command line. It's saying file offset distance, and it's giving you options through erase layer. We are not concerned about that. The through option is actually activated by default. That is the distance for our offset. Okay, so I'm going to type based on what we have here. The offset from here to here is 15. I'm just going to type 15, 1, 5, enter, and click here. Set to the left, and here offset to the right. The same thing here, offset to top, offset to bottom, and we've been able to establish the framework we've added to it to help us do our arc drawing. So the next thing we're going to do is I'll enter to exit or escape. So I'll come here to my arc. Now let's zoom in and see this guy very well. So I'm going to click on the zoom. I'm using a touchpad, but I would strongly advise you use a mouse. Okay, and then I can see it very clearly here. I'll escape. Then I'm going to click the arc is starting. This is the arc is starting from here. This is the center point. Then it moves down to this point. So that's all we are doing. So I'll click here on the starting point for the arc. This will be the middle point for the arc. This will be the ending point for the arc. Enter again to bring back the module. Simply use command, in this case the arc tool. Click here, and click here. Repeat. Click here, here, here. Enter to repeat. Click here, here, here. Okay, so we are done with that part. So what's the next thing we are doing? Just connecting to click on the line tool. Click here, so like so. Enter. Enter to exit. Enter again to bring back the line tool. Okay, so as you can see, our drawing is almost taking shape. So the next thing we are doing is click on a line tool. You can use P line, or line is not really important at this stage, but in 3D modeling, P line is always very essential. And to draw a continuous object, so that when you select one part, the entire object is selected. Then if you are looking at getting that, then P line is your best guide to the go-to guide for that. So here I'm just going to click on line, then click here, click here, and okay, so that has been achieved, and we cannot tell the distance from here to here, but we know based on the book in your pickup and packer, you know that this guy is 30 by 30. Is 30 by 30, the square inside. So here, and the angle, based on what we can see here, this angle is still at the angle of 45. So we're just going to click on the rectangle tool. This time around, just click here. Okay, sorry guys, click on the rectangle tool once again. Then for the option, okay, we can click here, and then type for the rotation. We want to rotate it at angle 45. So here, bring it down, and then let's just type for 5 for the angle, and then the next thing will be the dimension. We click on dimension, then type 30 by 30. That's that. So always remember to click to place your rectangle. Then we move that this is where the snapping reference point snapping tool become very useful. So select this with my enter key. So I want to move it from the center point. You see, it's even indicating. So just take here and move it and drop it here. And that is that. What next? We don't need this guy anymore. Select them because we just use them as guidelines for drawing. And then exit them here. Same thing is applicable. So like this. Then we trim. Click on trim, insert, and then touch here, 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 and here. So that is how you can actually achieve this drawing. Just for you to cross-check and confirm that everything is intact and accurate, you can use your dimension tool here to check the dimension of that object. You see 70 from here to here. So I'm going to bring it back here to here, 15. Okay, and from here to here. So we can say for certainty that this guy is actually this guy has exactly the same dimensions as the one we have on the left hand side of the screen. So that is all for this video. We want you to comment, like, and share our tutorial, and we look forward to having you in the next video.